I love it. I think that the best way off of foreign oil is domestic oil in this country. We have such abundant resources of energy in this nation that we can be energy independent like that. Coal, oil, nuclear power, hydro, natural gas resources, they're so abundant, but what do? We let Gabrielle Giffords and the Sierra Club run our government. We want everybody to walk around with a solar panel on the roof of their car and a windmill on your hat, and that'll solve our energy crisis. We don't have to have gas prices through the roof. You don't have to pay over $100 a month for your power. We pay such an artificially high number for our energy in this country. It's sad, and it really is sad, because we've let radical environmentalism take over this government. This going green garbage. Going green is working at John Deere. That is going green. And these going green jobs, who cares what kind of jobs they are or what color they are at this point in time? We're hurting, we're broke. I mentioned the over 17% unemployment. You know what else the energy sector does if you just get out of their way? They employ mass numbers of people. If we were to unleash the energy sector in this country, it would be amazing. It would be amazing. Are we going to have the courage to do so? Ma'am?
How do you feel about these big companies coming and taking over our water in Arizona, out of Canada and places like that, where we have no control over the price of our charge for water?
Well, I don't support anybody taking over your water, ma'am, that's for sure.
They're trying real hard, and they're just about to get there.
Ma'am?
I've been to 4 tea parties, and I have yet to see a minister or rabbi, not one. And I think it's time we start talking to our ministers and get them on dead center. And they can do a lot of good, because the Republican platform is the moral platform. And all they have to do is open their mouth and speak.
You couldn't be more right. We all have a circle right now, and if your circle is big, you better use it. You better use it right now. They're using theirs. Why not use ours? You're right in every possible way. And it's not enough to pray anymore. As you know, I'm a Christian man. I don't hide from it. I pray every day. But the people that matter, the people that get something done, are those that pray in the morning and do battle in the afternoon. It is not enough to get on your knees.
I wanted to let you know, at the Palomino Surfer Tea Party, every meeting that we've had, we have a minister there.
So, we do?
We do, and it's at Palominos, Arizona, just 20 miles out of Sierra Vista. It's every Monday night from 7 to 8, and feel free to come.
The tea party that's going to be there Saturday at our library.
No, it's not that one. I'm a mom of 10, and I got tired of this, and when we went to the stand with Arizona, they helped me start the tea party down in Palominos because I couldn't find anybody else. So
Does it open with a prayer?
yes, it does.
I think that's what they all should do.
And the Pledge of Allegiance, both they should.
Where do you stand on where the president tried to stop drilling in the Gulf, but yet while he sells us down the river to Brazil?
He asked about the president stopping drilling in the Gulf. Yet we gave $2 billion to Brazil to drill.
And to drill deeper than we are allowed to drill deeper here.
Look, you can't make this stuff up. It's unbelievable. It's like, look, it's that liberal leftist mentality that America must become poorer for the rest of the world to like us. That we just have too much. We've been too successful. We have such a great quality of life. If we were just a lot poorer and stunk a little bit less, then the rest of the world would like us. That's because they don't believe in American exceptionalism. That's why. When's the last time you saw this man go overseas and talk about the greatness of America and talk about how great this country is? No. We bow and apologize to countries like Egypt, who would be speaking German were it not for the blood of Americans. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. We're the greatest country in the world, and I'm sick of politicians who lack the courage to say that. So.
And he says we're not a
2 more?
No, that would.
Ma'am?
I came in late.
Grandma.
I came in late, but I like the way you talk.
Thank you, ma'am.
And my question is, if you're privileged enough to have us send you to Congress, what are you going to do to keep yourself from being sucked into the same thing that all those new young men get sucked into, young men and women get sucked into?
Yes, ma'am.
That culture of corruption.
Yes, ma'am. She asked when we go to Congress, how you keep from getting sucked into the culture of corruption and everything else that people get sucked into. There's only a couple things you can do. You have to come back to district often and do town halls so you can stay grounded. And when you're there, you have to surround yourself with the right people. There are good people there. And if you surround yourself with them, you'll be just fine. And if you don't, you're finished. You can be the greatest person in the world. If you go surround yourself with that sewage, you're not going to come back to the person you set there. You're just not. So.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir?
Sort of
know
take
what
off on
time
that
it
same
started.
question. Thousands, maybe millions of Republicans haven't been able to straighten them out in the past. How are you as one individual going to change everything around?
Well, he asked me how am I as one individual going to change it around? Well, sir, there's a savior out there, and I'm not it. I promise you that. How are you going to change it? How are the rest of Americans going to change it? It's going to take a lot more than one person, a lot more than one district or one state or anything else. It's going to take the American people, 300 million of them, deciding they want their country back. You're right. If you think for 1 second that I'm going to go there and change the world, think again.
And do what? I've decided I want my country back.
Okay?
Now, what's the next step?
We have a table over there sitting with bumper stickers. It's worth $400 in paid advertising to put a bumper sticker on your car. And we got the nice ones that come off fairly easily. Will you put one on when you leave?
Yes.
We have cards, flyers, mailers, a million different things, donation envelopes if you can write a check. How many will you take? Are you going to take one and agree with a friend that it's great, or are you going to take 10 or 20 and tell your neighbors?
I'm not going to take any.
Well,
Because your answer is get all Republicans in there and they're going to make things better, huh? Republicans have been in there. Republicans were in there before Obama was in there.
Were you here before the pizza got here? We don't talk about getting Republicans elected or Republicans the solution. We talk about conservatives as the solution, sir. Conservatives are the solution in this country,
Okay.
and we haven't seen those in a long time. And the answer to your question, you're going to take no flyers. You're going to take nothing.
so
Then
then
don't
that
complain.
means
No,
you're
hey,
okay with the
excuse
status
me.
quo.
Then don't complain when the
Well,
country
don't
goes down the
complain. That's
toilet.
what you've been brainwashed to think. That's what you've been brainwashed to say.
Listen, unless you engage in your government, in politics, then we're done.
I didn't say I wasn't going to engage in it.
Well, engaging in politics doesn't count as watching
People
the
have
news.
been engaging in politics for 200 years. That's why, guys, we're where we are here right now. What I'm saying, people have believed people like you standing up saying what you're saying
You think
and
that
voted for
you
them.
think that the American people as a whole engaging in politics is how we got here? And the American people not engaging in politics is how we got here.
That's like a true politician.
Sir?
I'll take a couple.
What's that, sir?
I'll take a couple.
I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. That's taking your country back. Thank you. Sir?
I'm an inspector of polls in Palomino. We get 30% if we're lucky of the voters to turn, registered voters to turn out. No telling how many people aren't registered to vote. That's where the problem comes in. When 30% of the people go and vote that way, that's where your problem is. You need 100% of the registered voters, and you need at least 75% of the people that are in this country to register. And that's never going to happen.
Over 300 million Americans. Anyone know how many people voted for the most radical president in the history of mankind, whether for or against? Little over a third.
Can I say one more thing and then I'll get out of here?
Please, fire away. No, say anything you want. It's your meeting.
Okay, listen. In any house in America, the person that pays the bills makes the rules, right? Who pays our government's bills? Because that's the people that make, no, we don't. The Federal Reserve does.
Goodbye.
And until
Who pays the Federal Reserve?
Until you get the.
Who? No, answer the question. Who pays
Not
the Federal
you, not me, not the
Yes, you do.
taxpayers. You're mistaken.
Goodbye.
Well, one second. We gotta take a couple more. We can't leave on that note. Sir?
I was just going to say, as you can see the age of everyone in here, I'm probably pretty close to the youngest other than the little guy that was running around. Up until this year, I have not looked into